Okay guys, I'm back in the studio and I've put the formwork back together because I've got a plan. What I'm going to do is we need to make the heat riser, and rather than make that as one monolithic tube shape, which is going to be a bit inflexible, what we're going to do is we're going to make it out of basically big fire bricks. So this is the size that we want it, like the height. So 10 litres of concrete fills this up 50 millimetres, roughly, or just under 2 inches, I think. So I'm going to mix up 10 litres of mix, pour it in. I'm then going to take a strip of black plastic. I'm going to put that in, level it out. I'm going to mix up another 10 litres. I'm going to put that 10 litres on top of that with the plastic in between to make like a sandwich. And I'm then going to put another bit of plastic on top of that. And so that gets us our two sides, like the two width sides on the chimney. So then what I want to do is I'm going to get a strip of wood. I'm going to put it on top of the top bit of plastic along. I'm going to put another bit of plastic over the top of that. And I'm going to pour, or I might not, I might just leave the wood in, doesn't really matter, it's disposable. And I'm then going to pour 5 litres on each side and then leave it to cure. And then when I unmould it all, what I'll have is two narrow bricks and 2 long bricks. And we put those together into the pattern, which I'll probably draw on the screen right now. Bing. We should have a chimney, or a heat riser. Okay, so that's the plan. Okay, so it's really rainy and miserable and muddy and crap outside, so I'm not going to do any filming outside. The only difference from last time is I'm going to mix in 1 part sand, because the casting that we did last time for the body, for the burn chamber, while it is perfectly fine and we've moved it around and it looks strong enough, I'm a little bit worried about like all the big voids in it. I know for insulation purposes that big voids are good, but I'm relying on the vermiculite for that. On the perlite for that. So I've got some sand, some sharp builder's sand. I'm going to mix in 1 scoop of that, 2 scoops of cement instead of 3 scoops of cement, and then 4 scoops of vermiculite. And I'm going to keep doing that until I've got 10 litres and pour it in. So I'm going to go and do that now, and when I come back, we'll have poured in the first lot. Right, so I've got the first layer in. Oh, excuse me, a bit burpy. What I'm going to do is put the plastic in, get the second layer in. And that looks about right. Okay, and there's the plastic. So I'll get the next load of concrete on top. Right, there we go. That's the last bit. This is going to form the 2 narrow bricks. There's a little bit, I didn't have a long enough bit of wood, so there's a little bit of overlap at each end. What I'll do is if it doesn't just break, I'll just go through with a masonry jigsaw bit. But yeah, that looks looking good. So what I'll do is I'll do the same procedure. I'll leave it for 24 hours. I'll put the plastic over the top again. Leave it for 24 hours. When I come back tomorrow, this time tomorrow, we'll take a look at how it's doing. If it looks like it's cured enough, I'll then take it all out and leave them to dry. If not, I'll leave it for another 48 hours. I think the other one I left for 48 hours. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I think this has been part 8 of the rocket mass heater build. We're slowly getting there. So in the next video I'll probably be, or the next proper video, I'll be putting these together using some threaded rod and some steel U-section or some steel channel to bolt it together into a chimney, and we'll go and fire it up. Me and Carl already moved the burn chamber out into the polytunnel. So what we'll do is, if it's nice weather, we'll actually take it outside with this on the top and fire it up. So what I need to do next is cut up the barrel. I also need to see if I can find a second barrel to make the ash pit. Great suggestion from the Rocket Stoves International group was cutting a barrel in half, cutting the top out but leaving the rim, and then cutting the bottom out of the other barrel that's going to be the radiator. And then you can use a lid barrel clamp to clamp the two together. The bottom barrel goes into the cob and gets like kind of cobbed in, concreted in, or whatever you want to call it, as a permanent fixture with the pipe for the exhaust going outside. And then the top barrel gets, you can, if you need to clean it out, you can just unclip the barrel and lift it off, which I think is a great idea, so I'm going to try and do that if I can find another barrel. Cool, okay, thanks for watching. This is this was day 51, I think. There's 2 videos today, one for the garden, one for the rocket mass heater. So if you've not seen the garden one, go and check it out. Awesome, okay, thanks. I'm Mars Islander, and I'll see you tomorrow. Rock on.